This is a quick introduction to Knowtify Log Analytics, or KLA for short. Here, we're showing a picture of our architecture. Data is invested into Solar via Logsdash or Flume and added to Solar. From there, it's queried through a data service to display in our dashboard. Now that dashboard is a JavaScript application hosted within a Tomcat container. As dashboards are created, they can be persisted to the data service. In Q4 of 2015, we'll be adding an LDAP and Kerberos-based security service for KLA, shown here as the security filter and LDAP store. What KLA allows you to do is visually sort and filter through enormous amounts of data. Now, for most users, the primary point of interaction will be the dashboard. This is the KLA dashboard. As I'll show, it's very customizable. It's a fork off the Banana open source project where we've added several new panel types and usability improvements and fixed about 100 bugs. As I highlight the events over a given period, the rest of the dashboard filters down as well. Also, as I do this, a breadcrumb is added on the filtering bar up above. You can also use the dashboard for geographic-based information or show information in pie charts. There are 12 different charts available in the dashboard. Here in the query panel, I can enter filtering information for the rest of the dashboard. We can see that it's already being filtered for actors that are governments. I can add an additional filter. I'm going to copy the field name for actor country code from the events panel. Then after I place it, I'll change the color of that filter so we can visualize the events by all governments and those of the US. We can see now that the data for government actors is below that for the US-based actors. We can also see as I mouse over the event count chart that numbers for the color that I moused over are shown. We can also filter down via regions of any other chart. Here I'm selecting the US in this pie chart, and we can see the change appear in the maps on the row below this, and we can see that an additional filtering breadcrumb appears. With the breadcrumbs in the filtering row, I can delete the breadcrumbs, refresh, and see data with or without those filters. I'm going to get rid of all my breadcrumbs except my starting time filter. If I refresh by hitting the refresh button to refresh the panels on the page, we can now see the full 77 million documents held in this Solar collection. I'm going to zoom in so we can see those documents a little better. We can see the top sorted documents for the existing filters here in the Events panel. From here, we can drill down and look at the JSON for the individual document and see each of the JSON fields in a color highlighted way. This panel also allows you to sort the documents by any numeric fields. These heat-mapped fields can be useful when you're looking for geographic information. We can see they also allow the same drill down that we saw in the pie charts. Now, all of the dashboard is customizable. I can add and remove panels from rows and add new rows with new panels. Here I will remove a pie chart panel from the top row so I can expand the event counts. With 75 million documents, it's nice to get a better view of this. Now I'll demonstrate some of the panel level configuration with this bar chart. I can edit the chart right from its menu. I'm going to change the span from 6 to 9. The width of a row is always 12, and then I'm going to make the row height substantially larger. And you can see here that it's a lot easier to navigate now. And you can also more easily see that we have mouse over information on all the charts, so you can see what's happening with your data more clearly. And we can see the same is true in the map charts as well. I'm going to zoom in again to demonstrate the multiple levels of zoom and the mouse over events and breadcrumbs. You can also zoom in from the maps, and here I'm zooming in by clicking Iceland, which will show content that contains Iceland in some way. If we go down to the log events, we can also attach a URL and go directly to that link. Here we have a story primarily about Israel and Gaza, so it looks like there was a data entry error here, and instead of IL for Israel, someone entered IS for Iceland. Now I'm zooming in again, this time from the Goldstein chart, which measures international events on a scale of -10 to 10, where -10 is something very bad, like a military attack, and 10 is something very good. And that's the end of our demo for now. We'll come back with a more detailed demo once we've added a few more features and refinements to KLA.